Honestly, again, first of all, thank you so much for being with us. I know you've seen this video, you've downloaded your own input. So I'm going to ask you to unmute um, and then share with us what is most alive for you right now in this moment.
Whew. Let us take a deep breath. Breathing in and feeling the air fill our whole chest. And exhaling. We heard something pretty amazing, mind-boggling, and yet we're very aware of how much uh, there's truth in what we heard, how much we have even witnessed some of these ways that Mother Gaia, Mother Earth, is showing her uh, ways of recuperating her health and hopefully sanity. Um, we've seen the way she's responding to what we humans are doing to the oceans, to the seas, to the snow caps, to the air, to the earth, to each other. We've seen it, and maybe we haven't been connecting the dots because they seem so random and so sparse. Whatever's happening in the North Pole is, we see it and say, oh, those poor polar bears are drowning. And then we hear something about the volcano that just erupted in Guatemala. Oh, wow, that was pretty, And then we'll hear about the torrential flooding that's happening in Saudi Arabia, flooding in the desert. And we think, oh, that's odd. But wow, look at all that rain. And last year we had the horrible floods that um, did so much damage to Pakistan. And so many people lost their lives in that. And we see these as random incidents of happening. It's like, wow, there's craziness over there. But what we don't see is how much craziness is here
Mm.
that could be sent out there. Because we may not be thinking that if a bomb is dropped in Ukraine or in Russia, or if bombs are dropped in Gaza and the West Bank, if bombs are dropped in Iran and Yemen, on the earth, bombs of enormous magnitude. If you drop it on the earth, there is a vibrational frequency that goes into the land where it is, as well as through the bottom of the earth, and it comes out somewhere because the earth is circular. So if you drop something here, it has to go somewhere. So it goes and finds an expression somewhere else. And maybe the bombs dropped in Ukraine come through the earth and find its outing in the volcanic eruption in Guatemala. We don't know, but we do know that everything is both connected and interconnected and interdependent on purpose, intentionally. We were not created to be several planets. We are on one earth, so we're one people with one set of species that are in the air, in the water, on the land. We're just one that has different expressions of itself that looks like diversity, that looks like difference, but we're really one. But we have lost our understanding that the earth is us as well. And as we treat the earth, this is how we're treating ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And as we damage the earth, we are hurting ourselves, and vice versa. As we do damage to ourselves through the way we speak to ourselves, through the way we honor or dishonor our bodies, to the way we nourish or malnourish ourselves, to the way we nurture and cultivate uplifting, empowering thoughts or damaging thoughts that express self-hatred, if we're honest? How does that manifest in the rage we see in the winds, the rage we see in the seas, the rage we see that manifests as war? We have people protesting that we agree with, and we have people protesting that we don't agree with. We have people protesting and screaming and making noise in expression of their passions. But where are we doing that screaming in ourselves that they are mirrors for? Because there is no other. There is no them, and there's no over there. Everything that's happening is a mirror for what's going on within us. Are we willing to see that? That we have a we can directly impact. And we do whether we're conscious of it or not. So really, Mother is asking us to be conscious and intentional of how our thought processes, our vibration, our very breathing, is our breathing toxic? Is our excrement toxic? Or is it healing so that the earth can produce healthy food? What are we emitting? Because it is in that conscious awareness and that intentionality to do no harm, ahimsa, which is one of the vows of in Hinduism, ahimsa, do no harm. To them, it's like don't kill a fly. To them, it's not eating meat. To them, it's not chopping down trees. To them, do no harm. We have to find what does that mean for us. And it starts with do no harm to ourselves. Do no harm with how we speak about ourselves. I'm so stupid. I'm so dumb. I shouldn't have done it this way. The way that we do self-harm is how we harm the earth, how we harm animals, how we harm each other. We don't do to others and other things that we don't do to ourselves first. If we don't have the consciousness to do harm, we won't have the consciousness to do harm to someone else. However, we have a warring spirit that has to be right, it has to have the last word, it has to be expert, it has to be the knowing, and that is a form of violence. There's no surrender in that. There's no allowing others to be. There's no being with what is and what isn't. That no, it's control. And that's what we're seeing mothers talking about in the KOGI film, is how our undisciplined, unloving, unkind, dishonest way of engaging with our relationship to the earth, our relationship to trees, our relationship to nature, our relationship to us, that dishonest way we've been being has caused irreparable damage. Yeah. And we've started to see Mother recalibrating and taking back her form during COVID when you couldn't move. So the waters got replenished and cleansed. Nature started to come in. Animals we hadn't seen in decades started to repopulate because there was nothing humans were doing to stop it, to impede it, to prevent it. And then we came out of COVID. And instead of learning from that and establishing ways to continue that way of loving the earth, we went right back full speed ahead to damaging and blowing up things and spilling oil in the oceans and killing things and destroying the nature and chopping down trees. We just went right back as if we weren't in awe of the beauty of the oceans that had been cleansed. If we weren't in awe of the animals that felt safe to roam, we forgot all about that. And she's asking us now to not forget again that we impact all of life, all our relations. Even those people that don't look like us, that don't talk like us, different language, different faith, different religion, different color. Yes, all our relations. Can we make peace with other humans? Can we make peace with the trees? Can we make peace with the ants? Or do we have to keep getting ant killer and blowing them up? Why don't they matter? Why do their lives not matter? Why do the lives of children in the Congo don't matter? Why do the lives of the whales not matter? Why do the lives of girls not matter? Whose life matters? We need to engage with what matters and who matters. Because the hierarchy that we have in our head about who it matters and what's okay to bomb and what's okay to jail and who's okay to miseducate and who's okay to leave at the border in prisons without their mothers and fathers in detentions. Us saying these people deserve that is a sickness that we see in the earth. It's a sickness. It's a hole in the soul that we have to fill. And us addressing the hole in our soul, we can't change other people. We can change ourselves. And that's the miracle. That's the real revolution. In the past, revolution looked like taking over other lands and other people, having control, and then we are powerful. No, the real power is being able to change yourself. That is where your power is, and that's where the miracles lie. Do you have the courage to do that? Because that is what the KOGI message is saying. Change yourself and change this world around us so that she doesn't have to wipe us all out and start again, as has been done many times. We've studied it, we've heard about it, we read it, we might have not even believed it. It doesn't even matter because one day we're here and one day we're not. But we can choose how to be between now and that time. Who do you say you're going to be? Who do you say matters enough for your attention? And more importantly, do you say you matter enough to heal the hole in your soul and transmute and transform that which has come before to being a partner with Mother, to being a partner with the earth, to being a partner with the trees and the bees and the dolphins and the ants and the stars and the mystery of all that we don't even know that exists that is here too in other dimensions and forms as insentient beings. Can we choose? No, not can, because of course we can. Will we choose to be in partnership with ourselves, to love ourselves, the things we don't love about us, to love us wholly, because that self-love is healing to the same degree that our self-hatred, no matter how it is expressed, is war. And if we have the power to and the courage to declare war on ourselves, we have no problem beating anybody else up. We have no problem jailing people. We have no problem blowing people up because we do it to ourselves. So this is an invitation from the Mother to love ourselves with radical, transformative, evolutionary love that will heal ourselves, each other, and the world. Thank
Hallelujah Anasuya. You know, I'm grateful Connie and Andrew are back from Australia, which is wonderful, and we'll hear from them a little bit later today. It's also wonderful because Connie does my editing, and I am going to ask her to take what you just delivered, that beautiful offering. I'm going to make our own little segment of it because I want to post that on our YouTube channel and get that out to the world. Because you are a clear channel for spirit to flow through. And I'm going to give myself credit because when I tuned in on doing the show, right away I got get on Asuya, get on Asuya. There's hundreds of people that have been on the show, but it's like that was like, oh my God, and now I know why. So Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
going
you.
to read a few comments that have come in response to what you're sharing.
I'd love to hear it.
Yeah. So, um, all right, let's take a look here. Eleanor Joy writes, the sickness is our separation from our true self.
Yes.
True self is pure love. Uh, but we live in fear and act accordingly. Thank you, Anasuya. That was beautifully expressed. Ayada writes, Anasuya, I so relate to what you're saying. Thank you for such a clear, powerful, and loving articulation. Right? Absolutely. Susan writes, thank you for giving everyone a way to heal the earth by healing themselves. Anasuya, this is so empowering. Ellie writes, exactly right, sister. Thank you. Um, and also just want to acknowledge there's been some dialogue going on with beloved Waterfall, who had a wonderful miracle healing in her family. So congratulations for that, Waterfall. And I'm grateful to see how your Global Peace Tribe family is supporting you. Tommy and Andrew did just write, yes, Anasuya, exclamation point. So beautifully expressed and healing and uplifting. Blessings to you.
Thank you, Connie.
And then finally, Sonia and Jeffrey write, we need to prepare to go galactic, both with creating ability to use new science for travel and gravity control, and to greet our cosmic cousins into our loving consciousness. Yes.
Absolutely. We're not even alone in this universe. And there are innumerable, I mean, billions is not even enough. There's so many universes.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. I want to let people know, I know you've got tickets for the show, so I'm going to let you go in a moment. But for people who want more of Anasuya, I'm going to put the link into the chat box. But of course, the majority of people watching are watching on Facebook. And I want to say hello to all of our friends watching on Facebook and YouTube. So go to Linktree. Does everybody know about Linktree? It's a wonderful way for people like Anasuya who have so many things going on to put all of her links in one place. And so you go to www.linktr.ee/Hallelujah Anasuya. That's linktr.ee/Hallelujah Anasuya. And there's all the different things she's got going on.
Well, I've got to add, I'll be adding more, but definitely go there, see what I'm going to be adding today, tomorrow, and on tomorrow, and join me. I'm having a course, I'm offering a course, a 90-minute experiential session with the Divine Dark Feminine next Friday from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. And it is an introduction to, each week I'll do an introduction to a different form of the Divine Dark Feminine from different cultures and different cosmologies. And we'll learn to partner with that expression of the mother to fulfill this prophecy of self-love and healing and rebirthing and renewal. So I'm on the journey.